And I don't know what you're thinking. You're like, how much longer can we smell this and not take a sip?
Any sexier.
This is a sniffing show. This is not a drinking show.
Is that what you were thinking? I thought you were going to say that these guys could not possibly get any sexier. Is that what you... That's what I was thinking.
No one's ever said it to me, so
well,
I wouldn't know.
Guys, I'm Chip Wooten. This is my dear friend Travis Jones. This is another freaking bourbon show.
Another freaking bourbon show.
We are so happy that you guys are with us. We're going to talk all about bourbon, the stuff we like, the stuff we hate, and then the people we hate. I'm just kidding.
We're coming at you. It's a different show. It's different. It's different from everything else you've seen. It's going to be good.
Are you saying everything else is bad before this?
I'm not saying everything else is bad. I'm just saying...
Do you want to call anybody out in particular?
This is the show that I want to see happen. And we thought, you know what? It's time to make this happen. We're going to make it happen. And we're not going to do it all in here. We're going to get out. We're going to talk to people.
Yeah. My dad always said, you scratch your own itches. And so that's what we're doing here. I think a lot of it is going to come down to you guys. Like, what do you want to see? What do you want to see more of? Do you want us to just sit here?
You don't want to see us the whole time.
Yeah,
you want to see other people.
You don't just want to see us.
You don't want to see us just talking about like the tasting notes on a bourbon. Like,
yeah,
let's get out and actually start talking to other people.
Yeah. Could be interesting.
I would love to know what a store owner thinks. Like, what is the best way to talk to store owners? What's the best way to build a relationship with a store? Because there's a lot of things out there right now, and a lot of them don't work.
Yeah.
And so why don't we hear from them?
And a lot of you guys are new to the bourbon community at all, altogether, and you don't even understand why there's any significance in knowing a store owner.
Exactly.
That's one of the things we want to talk about on here too, is how you build that relationship.
Yep.
How you start to understand the ins and outs of bourbon, but also you gotta pay first. You gotta pay to play. You're gonna have to pay your dues.
Definitely gotta pay to play.
You're gonna pay your dues with your time. You're gonna pay your dues with actual dues, with actual money, and probably buying some bottles that you otherwise wouldn't purchase. But every time you buy that bottle, it builds a little bit more rapport with that store owner.
I'll tell you what else we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about secondary. We're going to talk a lot about secondary, and Travis is going to rant a lot about secondary.
I don't know what secondary.
It's a necessary evil.
I don't know what he's talking about.
It's a necessary evil. It's got to happen.
What's secondary?
Come on, guys. Like, this is out of control. We're going to get there. We're going to talk about it. We're going to bring some other people in, too.
Yeah, we might get, maybe we get Travis from Overpriced Bourbon on the show.
Yeah.
The
cool.
other Travis.
We're going to call people out right now. We're going to call you out, and you're going to have to come on the show because this is the first episode, and that's what
That's right. We're just going to say who's going to have to be on here. You might meet guys like Lauren Simpson. You might meet
Lee Bullington is going to be on the show. We're gonna do a camping segment with Lee Bullington at REI. He's gonna pick out the best gear in town.
He's gonna show us how to do it, like how to get the right tent, the heater, and the clown mask that's necessary for it to go down properly.
Yes.
But yeah, there's a lot of different stuff that goes into this bourbon world that we're in, and
we're gonna learn a lot too.
We're gonna learn.
I mean, I had a lot of questions, and I'll be honest, YouTube and Google only get you so far. Chip, he knows a lot, but we're gonna talk to some local experts on everything you want to know about bourbon. It's gonna be good.
We're trying not to just be another freaking bourbon show. We're trying to be different, but at the end of the day, hey,
it's just another freaking bourbon show.
Exactly.
All right, so today we want to talk a little bit about Four Roses. We just had a recent release with NBSC. Most of you watching this, if you're local to Middle Tennessee, you know about this release.
That is the Nashville Bourbon Social Club.
The Nashville Bourbon. So I'm going to put it up on the screen. The Nashville Bourbon Social Club, if you're not aware.
If you're not in Nashville and you try to join, it's not going to work for you.
We're going to kick you out personally.
Kick your ass out.
We're going to kick you out.
Yeah.
You're done.
You're out.
Done.
Not welcome here. There are other groups you can join. You're not welcome in this one unless you live in the greater Nashville area.
Are you in any Kentucky groups?
No.
Really? I feel like I'm in a couple of Kentucky groups.
No, I'm not in any
Don't
Kentucky
kick me
groups.
out. Whoever's the moderator, please don't kick me out.
Please don't kick me
out. I should have said that. So Four Roses. We're talking about Four Roses. Today we've got an OESV. That is a Tier 5. Well, let's just get the bottle out.
Let's do it.
Where's that?
I think I got it in here. There we go.
Boom! There it is.
A Tier 5. When I say Tier 5, I'm talking about this right here. Tier 5. If you ever go to Four Roses, one of the unique things about Four Roses, I don't know if you knew this, is that
I probably don't.
Four Roses rick houses only have one story. So when they talk about tiers, it's not the 5th floor. It's actually the 5th
I did not know
tier
this.
up.
I
So
just
you're
learned
learning
something at my
something new.
own show.
So when you go to Four Roses, that's one of the interesting things about them is that all their warehouses are lettered instead of numbered.
Okay.
And then, in addition to that, they have a predominantly facing direction, either north and south or east and west. So
Okay.
if you see something from warehouse P, as in Paul, that's where this one came from, and it is on the south side of the warehouse. So that's what that PS means. So if you're looking at that, PS, don't make a liar out of me on the 58.
So you have north, south, east, west. That's
correct.
That's the only
Yep.
letters that will be on there. I did not know.
And also for your warehouses that have an S, you won't ever see a PW or a PE. You will only see PN and PS. So you only have a north side, a south side, an east side, and a west side. So some of the more popular warehouses are M, J, L.
Are you just making up
Nope.
letters right now? I feel like he's just making up letters.
Well,
He's
maybe.
just-
We'll get into like the actual details of that when I can explain it a little better.
Let's talk about the Friends Life community. We gotta make a plug for that.
Yeah, I think
that's,
for sure.
That's part of this entire bottle. Ended up being $150. Obviously, MSRP on this is usually around $90. But the Jodways who run this group decided to mark it up so we could actually write a big fat check to this nonprofit, which is just pretty cool. Because let's be honest, a lot of people are gonna flip this bottle anyways. That might as well go to charity, which is just cool.
Yeah.
So we highly support what they're doing. OESV 20% rye mash bill, delicate fruit, spicy and creamy. Should we do like a very slow motion, like unwrapping of this, like
a very
Yeah,
seductive.
very seductive.
Yeah, I think so.
We should. Okay, let's do that too. Because I'm like kind of in the shot in a weird way.
All right, forget the seductive. Let's just open it.
Damn it! All right, fair enough.
Don't worry, he will insert very sexy B-roll here. None of us are.
All right, there it is.
Smells delicious, but I'm not smelling it. I'm actually
I need
smelling
to
it.
get a clean blend.
I'm gonna have
Let's do
this one
this.
down here for now.
That's good. All right.
See, normally when I pour these type things, I only
Isn't this like it makes you cool if you do this?
Oh, yeah, you
Like,
have to
I
do
feel
that.
like that's another tip. Like I don't know why this makes you cool.
If you want to be cool, if you want to be
There it
bourbon
is.
famous,
There it
if
is.
you want to be Instagrammable,
Instagrammable.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. That's a
I
word.
don't know if this made a word. If you want to be an Instagram expert, you have to balance your cork on the bottle.
So nose wise,
Getting a lot of bourbony notes on this, really.
it's very bourbony.
A lot of ethanol on that.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, then we could get into like the whole neck pour. Is that really a thing or whatever? Does it open up? Personally, I think after a couple hours, if you sit like George T. Stagg or Stagg Jr. out for like 3 hours, just pour it in a glass, completely different nose after 2 or 3 hours. I definitely get a lot of fruit on this.
It's like a cornucopia of fruit.
I mean, I had just drank an OBSQ yesterday, and I mean, it was just like floral to the face. This is not that at all. This is sweet. It's very sweet.
On your Four Roses, and we'll touch a little bit more on this in the future, but there's 2 different recipes and there's 5 different yeast strains. Something it's always going to start with an O, and I believe the O means that it comes from like the Cox Creek Distillery.
You said Cox.
The B is the B, or the E as in Edward, B as in boy, E as in Edward, is going to be the particular mash bill that it is. The B mash bill is a 35% rye mash bill. The E mash bill has a little bit lower rye content. I want to say 20%. Yep, 20. And then 5% malted barley.
Yep.
So the rest is going to be corn. And then you have different yeast strains that they use in the bourbon making process.
5 total.
There's 5 of those. This is the V,
White fruit.
as in victory, the light fruit yeast strain. And I'm getting a lot of light fruit.
This is a popular one. This is one that's sought after. It's just an easy drinker. It's nice.
I'm trying to think what the other ones are. F, Q, O.
and V. Did we say V?
Yeah, we said V already.
I've been drinking. Dang it.
Oh yeah, they're all on the back.
K. How can I miss K? K was one of my favorites.
OESK is one of my
Spice.
favorites.
K is good.
It's funny,
E
most
and B
of
are
the
good.
time I prefer the B mash bill, unless it's with the K E strain.
Yeah.
Then I prefer like an OESK.
Yeah. All right, let's go in for it.
It's already changing, man. Just letting some of that ethanol get out. I don't know if you can see this on camera, maybe. Just like the legs on that bad boy. Like
I get a lot of things. This one changes a lot. This is what I love about bourbon. I like a bourbon that kind of takes you for a ride. It's a roller coaster. You get a lot of things, and at the finish it changes. This is one of those.
ooh, you really taste the barrel in this one.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I mean I'm getting a lot of like. I get a lot of the charred oak, like a lot of the deep,
The very first was the
rich
oak,
oak
but
flavors.
then it opens up. It's almost like this, kind of like a cinnamon sweetness. I actually get a little bit of spearmint in this, like toward the end.
A little bit. That's probably the.
But definitely the light fruit comes forward at the very end. The finish is actually about medium. It's not like it doesn't last forever, but it's not short. It does give me a little bit of a hug. It's kind of nice. And I guess, I mean, again, that's the tier 5 in this. This is what, 122, 123?
I love this. I think it's fantastic.
This is great. I mean, so in my opinion, the things that I look for, the things that I love in terms of bottles that are just like on my top shelf, it's the perfect balance of oaky, spicy, but also sweet. And if you can ride that, again, that roller coaster, and it's that perfect blend, this is that. This is one of the
So
best
good.
Four Roses I've had in a long time. It's really good.
There's a lot of good ones out there, and this one is up there. This one is definitely. This is the best OESV I've ever had, for sure.
It's really good. Again, spice right off the bat, heat, and then it kind of like tailors out to this like nice, smooth, like fruity, sweet.
Spend a lot of time smelling my bourbon. That is something that I do.
This is a smelling show. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is good.
Really, really great
I'm a
job
fan.
on this one.
You know what? We got another. I want to pull another one down. I'm
We're
like
gonna have to get some
vertically
clean
challenged
blends.
here. Grab that second to the end right there. Yep. This is another.
Oh, this
one.
is another 11-year. Oh, look.
Is it the
So
same?
this is a PS 58 5Q. So this is also a
All right.
fifth tier
Yeah.
OESV.
All right.
Same age also, right? This
Yeah.
is 11 years, 3 months, right? This is 11 years, 3 months. OESV.
Put it in the camera so
Sorry.
people can see here.
This is from Grapevine, which is a store here in Franklin. Don't ask for Carl.
Don't ask for Jim.
Yeah,
But
so
then we got two that are very, very similar here. Come from the same warehouse, same south side. Dude, it is very
no,
similar.
these are only like a couple barrels apart. So
Oh, this is gonna be good. This will be good. Some good
These are-
time separate.
run
So
of
we
these.
got the battle of NBSC versus Grapevine. I mean, it is literally, it's almost the same barrel. They're like side by side.
Where are your Glens? In the bar?
Yeah, go grab some more Glens.
Make a road trip.
All right. Have you had this one yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, you're in for a treat. This is good.
There's no way it's better than this other one, right?
It's pretty freaking
Don't
good.
pour me
man.
that strong because I'm not gonna drink a lot.
You gotta Uber home. So left is Grapevine, right is NBSC. All right, so I've just had NBSC.
But for them, this is.
Oh wow, it is very different nose. God, how far?
But
over?
it's-
It
but
was
it's-
like right there.
But it's opened up. It's
That's true. I've had this open for about a week.
This is a 61.3,
Yep.
61.5. That's not gonna make that big of a difference. No one has that sensitive of a palate that can actually.
Now anybody that's starting off would think that these were identical. This is like the exact same thing, and it's not. God, the nose is so different.
This.
To be fair, NBSC has more
Fresh
ethanol.
crack, more ethanol.
It definitely has more heat. It's got, yeah, for sure. This is definitely sweeter.
It's not even the same.
Yeah, it's
This
very,
is so different. God, it's delicious too. God, it's a really good one.
Oh man. Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there. I don't even know. Am I even pointing the right one? Yes, Grapevine. The Grapevine bottle is actually sweeter than NBSC.
It is. I agree with
It's
you.
a lot sweeter actually.
It's almost like coats my tongue like. Have you ever eaten something that has like honey in it, and like that honey.
It has a honey hit to it at the very end. If you had blinded this and put it in the thing and said, you know, Travis is a honey finished bottle, I would have believed you 100%. Like that would have been the thing. I'm getting a call. No, this is
they're both very good, but
the nose does not translate to the palate though at all. Like to me, the nose is that light fruit. I mean, I that's all I get is fruit, and then I taste it and I get a lot of these like honey notes.
Yeah, I want to try this one after it's been open for a week.
That's true. I feel like we got to come back to this after a week.
Because I think the ethanol is blocking out.
Yep.
Some of the stuff that's there.
It's so good. This is really, really good. But
you get more of the taste of the barrel in the.
I get more oak out of this guy.
Yep.
NBSC. This was it's just again. I talked about this one being that perfect balance of like sweet and oak. This one is heavier on sweet. It definitely is just
very, very sweet.
Yeah. But I will say I think the finish is longer on NBSC. This guy still fantastic, but it doesn't have as long a finish.
Drinks like a much lower proof too.
It does, and that's what I was about to say. This drinks like about 100 proof.
Yeah.
Like I don't get any burn at all of that, which is kind of nice. For people who are out there like Jason Ladd, who like proof bombs, they might as well be 150 proof. This, I think they would like this more than this one. But personally, me, I gravitate more to the sweeter, mellow, but still 123 proof.
Yeah.
It's nice.
There's a lot more on the nose. On the Nashville Bourbon Social Club.
I agree. I like them. I think they're different for different occasions. Like if I wanted something that was a little more of a bomb, well balanced both sides, I'd pick this guy. If I wanted something that it almost tastes like OESO. Like it's almost like a
it
rich
tastes
fruit.
It tastes like
really good.
It tastes like a honey barrel.
Yes, I really like it. It's amazing that these are so close together.
They would have gone into the barrel at the same time. They would have been put up at the same time. Weird. They would have gone into the same proof. Like everything would have been same recipe.
That's crazy.
But it's really interesting, just like how, not even location, but like just the difference between the barrels. That's what's one of the really cool things about single barrel whiskey.
It's true.
Single barrel bourbon is that every barrel is different. It can come from the same cooper, but the tree that they use for that might have had just a little bit wider grain than this one.
Yep.
And that is enough for it to take on some of the sweetness, some of those like sweet caramel, sugary notes, where this one you get a little bit more of the char than you do like really like the sweetness of the caramelization of that sugar that's inside the oak staves.
All right, so yeah, if you had to pick,
If you
had to take home a bottle night, if I said, here's one or here's two, what would you take? Grapevine, NBSC.
Put me in a tough place here, Travis.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Because I gotta be loyal.
You can't crap on NBSC.
That's right, you can't crap.
I understand.
And it's not a bad
If it makes you feel any better,
but
I would pick the Grapevine.
If I blinded it, I think I would probably pick Grapevine.
Yeah.
I
personally like Grapevine more because it fits the things that I like in bourbon. Now, granted, if I had this and that was it, I would be so excited. Both of these are like just top tier bourbons. I think I like this a little more because it's got that sweet factor that you just don't get in a lot of bourbons. It's really good. It's so good. And it doesn't drink like 123.
I like them both.
I do too.
I don't think it was fair because it's fresh crack and open.
That's true. That's fair. Maybe we'll do like an addendum. Like we'll
I think we should come back and try it later.
And say, here's what this one was. But I don't think the palate's going to change that much. I think the nose will. You know, you'll take that ethanol off, but I don't think that it's going to change that much.
I love sweet stuff though. Like I love sweet. Like that is, I gravitate towards a wheated bourbon because I like sweet.
I'm back and forth on wheated.
I think that's episode 1.
Yeah, we're gonna stop the video now because you guys are probably not even watching at this point. If you like this, if you don't like it, you can just tell us. Just be like semi-critical. Don't like just destroy our spirits. But if you like it, comment. If you like it, you say, hey, you know what? You should do a segment on this. You should do a bottle review on this. You should go visit this person. Let's hear it. We would love to hear it.
And if you live in the greater Nashville area and you think that you have a pretty impressive bourbon bunker and a cool story to tell, hit us up.
I want to see it.
I want to see it.
I think everybody else wants to see it too. We want to see how you made it.
And if it's full of willet, don't be surprised if I'm not impressed.
What would you be impressed with? Like, if you filled it like 4 roses, would that be something you'd be excited about?
I would love to see someone that has like batch 1 through whatever of everything. Like 1 through whatever of.
But that's like a true like museum collection at that point. Like,
but that I can drink it all.
Oh, fair enough. So they open bottles. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This whole thing was really just built for him to drink your bourbon. That's all it was.
Pretend that's not the real reason.
We just outed ourselves. This is really what this is about.
Yeah, we're gonna come to your bunker and we're gonna drink your bourbon.
I would love. Here's what I would love. I would love to see someone's bourbon bunker who has dusty turkeys, like tons of dusty turkeys. Like that to me would be freaking awesome.
Oh, I got that guy.
Who's the guy? Because we got to tell him.
I'm not gonna announce them on here.
You got to announce.
No.
All right. I guess that's it. We're just gonna
we had fun. I don't know if you guys did or not. If you did, let us know. If not, let us know that too. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. I'm Chip.
Travis.
And this is just another freaking bourbon show.